said, now, tell me the story. Who you was texting? He said, my cousin. And she said, do you have the picture of the food?
Uh,
Let me see the picture of the food.
I ain't finna do all that.
Why? Do you have the picture?
I ain't finna do all that.
What kind of food was it?
Oh, I don't know. Could be some dumplings or something. I don't know. I ain't look at all of that.
Okay,
like, I ain't
what color
that.
your shirt? What color shirt your cousin had on?
I don't know. White or something. I'm not looking at my cousin. I'm looking at the food. So I'm looking at
what kind of food was it?
Dumpling. I don't know yet.
But you want to eat it up? You should know what kind of food it was.
I just know I like food. Look at me. I'm thick. I'm big. I like food. It don't matter. Hamburger, cheeseburger, steak, hot dog, French fry. It don't matter. I like food.
He keeps it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review. Making it funny just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
Hey! I always put God first. What's going on, KoEd Camp folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E12. This is my lovely wife right here,
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationship, reviews, entertainment. It's all about our famous rants and jokes. And tonight, we bring y'all another review of this lackluster episode of Married at First Sight.
Because they dragging it out. Just get to what the people want. Y'all tease us with it now. Let's just hurry and get to it, y'all. Remove all the fluff, the younger self, and all the crying and stuff. That ain't what we here for.
No,
so, if you're brand new to this channel and subscribe yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate y'all that those that come on as soon as you hit that video on like. I appreciate y'all for real, for real.
Hit the dang on like button.
That's right. Where your
hit
shoe
it.
at?
I got it on. Yeah, I got my house shoe on. Don't let me find where y'all live at and hit y'all in the head with the shoe. Make y'all hit the like button. Hit the dang on like button.
Yep. Nah. So, all right, you guys. So let's get into it. But I did want to say this, service announcement.
So, something I know about.
Yeah, I told you. So anyway, it was a girl in our comment section. So she made like a little small gesture, and I had to reread it, but it seemed like she was saying that she done went on a date with Ike a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
Now, she had her name in the YouTube thing, so I went to speak the gadget. I went to looking, and I think I found her on the Facebook. And let me tell you something. If they dated, he has a type. And M would be very beautiful. Very beautiful brown skinned girl. Very beautiful. She's slim. She's real bubbly. Like, she's the thing. So if they did date, I could see he having a type now. She said off and on. So I tried to say, girl, respond back, honey. And if you watching this, do you got some dropping our DMs? Do you got something you want to share? Or whatever. I already know your name, and I already went over there on the Facebook, and I went to searching because I know you's a Delta. All right, now let's get into it. Put that out there. Come on, baby. You know we ain't got that much time.
I know my back.
What happened?
I think that herniated disc. What
you want me to do?
The agony, the pain. Oh man. Ooh.
Let me just roll you out the way. I gone finish.
Oh my goodness. I probably just trapped gas.
Well, what did it get untrapped from?
I don't know.
What how did it release itself?
I don't know.
Anyway, so let's get into it. So Camille and Thomas are driving to see her family. So, I guess, everybody had to go to the country. Maybe the folks stay way out.
Yeah, Chicago, it's like any other major city. The farther out you stay, the cheaper the property is.
Yeah.
So you gotta deal with that traffic.
So they are visiting her dad, grandma, and uncle. And like you said, she looked just like her dad. I think somebody said. But anyway, so they going over the photos of, when she grew up and all that stuff, whatever. Then, how competitive she was in sports. Yeah. It was nice. The grandma, honey, she was lively, child.
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the grandma, I got a little emotional because she made me miss my grandma. She really did.
Yeah.
I miss my grandma. She had all kinds of stories to tell about me.
Did she? Ooh, child, I ain't get a chance to meet her. too. So it was good to see that, and I really and truly, I hope that Camille and Thomas make it because they seem to have such a good like intertwining, and just meeting each other, family and stuff like this. They built the bond, so hopefully they make it.
Yeah, I'm glad she's finally over the he needs swag, situation. I'm
Right.
glad she's over that because now I'm rooting for them. Like you
Right.
said, they seem like they are real authentic with one another, and she seems like she's into Thomas, and Thomas is into her one way or the other. Because they did it.
Mm.
so I hope they make it.
So Ike is on camera saying, "Listen, I don't think I'm gonna be able to move back in, child. I was just doing that in front of them express, honey. But the truth be told, I like being in my own place, my own space, and I like my peace, and I ain't finna go back up there with all that ruckus."
I'm a renege. Renege. I said renege. I mean, he like to renege. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that for real. He mean he like to renege. Now you play spade, you renege on a card. Yeah.
Just don't say it no more. Okay, how about that? Because you may sweep it up and say it.
Sweep it up.
Sweep it up and say another word. So anyway, so let's move on. So David and Michelle are going to see her family.
David who? Oh yeah, I walked out, gave her some Reese's cups on that part.
No, but this was when but she was just saying that it's been a struggle for her being in Chicago, and he was like, "Chicago, ain't you been here a while?" She said, "I meant this marriage." I was like, "Oh, okay, that was weird." She said that okay, since while we here, let me ask you about this text message.
Oh, right. It was in the car.
I had got a text message. You had text me and said,
"Ooh, you look so fine. I can eat you all up." That's what the text message said. And she said, "Who are you supposed to send that to?" He said, "I sort of sent it to my cousin because she would send me a picture of some food, and I saw the food because me and her both foodies and whatnot. And when I saw the food, I said, 'Ooh, I want to eat you up, me and the food.'" And I said, "Come on, that don't even make sense, man. If anything, you would say, first of all, you would say you fine to some food,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And second of all,
you so damn fine,
yeah.
And
second of all, you gonna say you'll say it instead of you. I said, who? Unless you're a fat greedy person, said you fine to some food.
I know,
you know what I'm saying? But he don't seem like he's a big fat greedy person. So he could be greedy, but he's but still.
Well, let me interject. It's a fun story. So one time at church, so many years ago, this guy, and he came in. He was homeless or whatever, and they said, well, we said we got some food for you. He said, "Ooh, this food's so beautiful. It's so beautiful." So funny. I never heard nobody say this food's so beautiful. Maybe it was good. So beautiful, and he would say it like this, so beautiful.
Anywho, so he got caught in a lie because he started clearing his throat. When you get somebody caught in a lie, start clearing their throat. Oh yeah, you got him.
Well, what had happened was
that's all clearing his throat. And he was studying because he usually don't stutter when he talks. He was studying.
What he studied? Math and English language.
He was stuttering. I mean, he was stuttering, and he was clearing his throat. I was like, "Oh yeah, he lied. I was surprised he swear the car hit a pothole so he can crash so he can get out the lie."
So he said, "Oh, I'm surprised you got it because I had retracted it and stuff like that." So
retracted it. You already sent it.
Yeah. So and she was like, "Yeah, I already got it and stuff." So she said, "Well, I didn't know because you had text like then you text Madison and Allen." I said, "Why she keep throwing Madison name in there? I know the girl suspected something, and stuff like that or whatever." So anyway, they gone because he lied and he lied and he lied. So they gone to the family, and so she was like, I'm not gonna bring this up, because I ain't finna involve them in this mess or whatever. But anyway, they sit down and talk. He asked about how she was and stuff. She was like, well, her friends, sister, whatever. Like, you really truly got to get to know Michelle. She'll open up over time. She's loyal, she's faithful, yada yada. Let's move on to Allen and Madison. They throwing the ball. But you have to preach it.
Oh yeah.
they throwing the ball and there's a little softball or whatever. So she started opening up about her childhood and how it was rough for her. She got moved to another school. Her mom was on food stamp, welfare, and all that stuff or whatever. And then her mama gonna show up, I think a party or something like that, with her boyfriend to show out. I said, ooh, child, trailer.
I wonder what she do to show out. What do you think she
Probably
did?
drunk, or either maybe I don't know if she was on the drugs or whatever, but she probably was drunk and she showed out.
She said, "Move, young girls, I'm gonna show y'all how to get on the stripper pole. Drop it like it's hot."
So
you ain't gonna laugh my joke. Little beady
I ain't
bees.
gonna
Don't turn your head no more. Little beady bees.
Can you please give me an edge up? But they not rolled up, I promise you.
It rolled up.
Oh, look up under yours.
They
rolled up. You always picking that up under there.
Oh,
they always curled up under there. You
I got a beard. That don't make no sense to have beady bees back there. It don't make any sense for a woman to have beady bees back there.
Do you think that you having a beard, it makes sense? I've never known a man to have a nappy beard like this. It be curled up under there.
First of all,
it
beard is not nappy.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's not nappy.
It's curled. It needs a perm.
You need a perm.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I don't do perm.
I hit you up. We gotta put some safety glasses on. Beady bee.
I'm so glad you got so much energy. So anyway,
Ooh, good time.
she was talking about her childhood and stuff like that, and so she was just basically saying that softball kind of helped her when she moved to another school. She became, all that stuff or whatever. So anyway, Alan was encouraging her, and and really and truly, she was just saying. Oh, she said that she feel closer to Alan and all that stuff, or whatever. It's not in a romantic sense.
Oh, of course not.
I'm like, girl, okay, you could have kept that to yourself.
Bro, Alan, I know, man. Me, you've been talking, man. I know, I'm not on the show, but she put she put you in the friend zone, bro. What you need to do is just get in one of your cars and you go on a road trip, man. Just go on a long road trip. And just clear your mind like I do sometimes. I get in my car, get my playlist going, and just cruise the streets, man. Cruise.
All right, so in the next scene, then you got Ike is at the gym with his friend.
He got a nappy beard too.
Some people don't talk about his beard and stuff, but
I don't have a nappy beard though.
So anyway,
it's just like your hair.
Okay, well then, what did you just like it's hair. A kitchen up under your chin. It's a kitchen, so that's what.
Don't get mad at me.
All right, man, I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah. You always.
I do that because
it's rolled up tight. No, you can feel it up under there. It's rolled up tight. So yes,
that's why you get that thing.
Okay, I go ahead. Okay, I got natural hair. It's tight. It's coily. It's curly. That's what it is.
It's not natural. Okay.
What you mean it's not natural?
It's like this beady bees, man.
That's going out your scalp then, out your chin. That's natural. What are you talking about?
You trying to be uppity, you know what I'm saying?
How is that uppity when I'm telling you it's natural? What you think it is?
Nasty.
Whatever you want to call it, friend. Whatever you want to call it. Let's move on.
My beard is smooth.
Baby, ain't got that much time. Let's go. So Ike is at the gym with his friend because he ain't got nobody to film with and all that stuff, whatever. So they got to throw in other people for him to film with.
You think that's his true friend?
Yeah.
You think so?
So yeah. So anyway, he was just saying how the marriage going. He was like, bro, it started off good, but then took a dip, took a turn to the left, to the right. It did the cha-cha slide.
He be dogging that girl out. He be dogging her out, and she don't be around to kind of defend herself either,
man. And he said, and friend was like, well, what's going on? He was like, man, she be asking me questions and stuff like that. He said, well, that's what you're supposed to do to get to know each other.
Exactly.
But once I answer one question, you want to go deeper and deeper and deeper.
See, that's why he keep trying to make her look real bad. But man, that's why she's trying to get to know you, man. You got to ask questions to know somebody, and maybe she's just an in-depth person. Yeah, man.
Some people are. I.e. me, I can be very analytical. Everybody cannot go into depth with my questions and stuff. But you're now her husband. So of course, y'all got to get in the process with sitting down, just getting to know, go deep. But he don't want to. He want to be on the surface level, honey. But you wrote a whole book for a wife, child, that you just want to know surface.
I'm starting. He probably just got on the show to sell his book.
That's what people said, but that bombed. So he was saying that it's just uncomfortable being around her. Yeah. So let's move on.
He
M
make
is with her friend, and she watching old Fluffy. Old Fluffy, like, how did I get here?
Yeah, I didn't sign no dang on contract.
I'm just looking in the
I'm
camera.
just trying to be a dog, and you got me up here taking a bath in front of the whole
I know,
world.
got me butt naked. So she was just saying there was a lot of disrespect going on in the marriage. Friend was like, no disrespect, honey. We don't do that. And was like, yeah, he called me an a-hole. He said in front of the other people that, I treat him like S. And so it was like, friend was like, you know what, that's not gonna fly, So I really and truly did. We were talking about him moving back in, but I'm not even sure if that's a good idea right now.
Then you forgot to tell them the part about Ike talking to his friends, and also, man, she's so aggressive.
Oh yeah, he did say that again.
I said, bruh, you can't let it go, can you?
Yeah, he won't.
Can't let it go.
But she was just saying, she haven't heard from him, so she's not even sure, as far as that.
That should be a good thing.
Yeah. Juan and Carla write a letter to their younger self and got the whole audience crying. That's not what we here for. That's not what we here for.
Oh man, Juan, bro, your backstory, man. Hey, bro, that's something right out of a comic book, man, because it was like,
Out of comic book.
yeah, you know how somebody get the origins of a comic book, like a hero or somebody, they go through something. Yeah, you don't read comic books, so
it's a comic. Isn't that comedy though?
No, it's not comedy. Okay, comedy is comic book. But anyway, but yeah, man, my goodness, boy, you had a horror coming up, man. Somebody trying to kidnap you when you're 6 months old. Then
you must have been like really cute, and
he was probably cute and fluffy and fat and juicy at the baby, and he trying to steal him. Anyway, and was 6 years old. His parents came to America and left him behind. Okay.
Left him behind too when he was 6 months because they didn't trust him being with nobody else. So I think he went and stayed with somebody.
Parents kind of went away twice in his life. You know what I'm saying? When he was 6 months and when he was 6 years old. So when the parents came over here when he was 6, they came back and got one of his sister. Am I correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And when they got to the United States, they were like, man, they had to work hard.
Struggle.
Yeah, then they lost their house in the housing bubble. When the housing bubble popped, they lost their house again.
They were living in poverty. It was bad.
It was rough. Then he said when he turned 16, that's when his dad caught cancer and whatnot. And that was like, and Juan started crying, man. I was, dang, dude.
And he wasn't expecting that to come up. And he said that I think he said he'd been healing, for a couple of years or something like that, on healing therapy or something like that.
Yeah, he had some trauma, man. That's trauma right there. Where he just broke down, started crying.
And like you said, it's probably why he worked so hard. Some people do what they do because of how they was raised. And he may not ever want to go back to a place of poverty. And maybe that's why he could be tight with his money. Listen, you can travel, child. I'm finna go over here and make this money.
That's a good point. And that's why Michelle said it recently. That's why her and David like that. Because the way she was raised. And kudos to Carla.
Well, you live before Carla. First of all, Carla, we heard your story to your younger self, but he jumped right into one.
Sorry, wasn't
right? You don't get. But she was just talking about. I think you had walked in the room with something. I don't know, but basically with herself, she was just basically saying, that as far as her childhood, like she really and truly was not like. She didn't enjoy her childhood. She didn't fully enjoy her childhood, which is why now she hug trees, she hula hoop, she do all the things.
Why she enjoy her childhood?
I think she was just like closed off, honey. I don't know.
That's on her.
I just kind of like half listen to it.
Anyway.
Yeah. But she did therapize Warren really good. She played the role of the therapist on it. So yes, she did. She said, and what else? And he started crying again. I said, oh girl, you is good, honey.
She did a good job.
She did a good job. So let's move on. Allison. I want to keep mixing their names.
Please don't put their names together.
Because they is not together. Alan and Madison, they are fishing. So he trying to teach you how to fish. Now listen, Alan, if we ever meet and stuff like that or whatever, I know how to fish. Now this one don't, but I know how to look. I even know how to put the little worm on the hook. And you got to probably
a real
worm, yes.
Yeah, real worm.
I had to get over them wiggling so much. But yeah, once I got over the flesh crawling. So I know how to put them on now. I put about 3 on now. Then I take it and then I know how to throw it back. I got to be careful because it's going to hook somebody if they back there. But you throw it, and reel it on in, honey. And
First of all,
them fish be just chewing on my worms, honey. They chew it all off, and I don't
that don't even sound right. If you chewing on my word, that don't even sound right.
First of all, your head is I don't know how does that not sound
that don't
right?
Even sound, you chewing on my word, that don't even sound right. It sound, anyway, it don't sound right.
What?
Anyway.
Yeah, but they always like slick me, the fish do, and I'll never catch them, honey. They just eat up worms.
I flew fishing a couple of times. I did more than a couple. Okay, I did. You know, I took my daughter. I told the story once before. I took my daughter to the Girl Scout thing. They had a little Girl Scout fishing thing, and you know, I struggled putting the worm on the hook. And my daughter got
but I could put the worm on the hook.
My daughter got a little frustrated with me.
And she went to the other dad.
I looked around. I said, "Where she go?" Can you put the worm? You son of a biscuit.
My daddy too prissy. Like he too like, you know. So he too what's the word I'm looking for? He too bougie. That's what I'm saying. He too bougie. That's not what he do.
Man, worms. I thought the worms would be dead, man. And he live worms.
No, they be live. Them fish don't want that dead.
Put the hook in, you hear the little skin pop.
They whole body.
Yeah, little poor worms. I'm so sorry.
You got the hook though.
Yeah.
Worm around.
I'm so sorry. I throw them in there. That's it.
Yeah, that's the part I don't like too.
Yeah, that's it.
I get impatient.
You know, when other people catch fish, I don't catch none. Yeah. I get frustrated. And I kick the pole down.
Oh goodness. No, but it's very relaxing. But the sitting and patient and anyway. But Alan was saying like he went fishing with his daddy and they would sit there for 4 hours and say that. I was like, you know what? I knew something right about that daddy, honey. And that daddy, because he was like, you know, in the opening and stuff. He was just. Anyway, I ain't gonna talk about your dad again. But yeah, so they would just sit there for a while and just don't say nothing. And it was just as long as he was there with his dad, you know, he was cool with that. But he was just saying he also had some trauma growing up and stuff where he was in a relationship, I think when he was a teenager, honey, with a girl. And child,
that was no relationship, Alan. If you're 15 years old and she long distance, y'all pen pals, bro. 10 pounds at the most.
And he said it was some connection in the trauma because honey, she said, listen, I've been cheating on you with 15.
See, she probably y'all wasn't know. She put you in the friend zone, bro. Friend zone.
And that's what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
He was also talking about his stepsister, and you know, evidently like it was some missing pieces in that. So stepsister, I'm thinking that's his dad's child, right? Mm-hmm. So when like I don't know, but anyway, so evidently the stepsister stayed with them, and the mom wasn't paying her any attention because the mom was trying to be Perry Mason for the court because she's trying to fight for her son. That's where I got. That's what I got. And so he feel like that he was the cause for it because his mom was so into that.
And the same ones trying to do their own case. They get up in the courtroom and lose the case. How did I lose? Negro, you know. You're not a lawyer.
It's not a Negro.
Huh?
They not a Negro. It was Caucasian.
Oh.
So anyway, so as they was talking about that,
try to get me straight.
So anyway, as they were talking about that, he said that you know, his stepsister did call him, you know, I think before he got ready to get married, and it's been 18 years, and it was just so good to hear her voice on the phone.
Why was so long before he heard from his sister? Stepsister.
She said, I don't blame you for that, so I don't know. You know
so you're right. Something it was kind of choppy. Something was missing.
So anyway, Madison said she said, I'm just grateful for Alan being vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but I see, you know, she's saying all this. She don't care for real, honey, because she's going around being a floozy. That's what I have wrote. But if I was wrong, I will unfloozy her and I will take it back. I will take it back. If she is not over there creeping with David, I will take it back.
You might have to take it back because we thought one was crying because you slept with somebody.
Well, that's the way production makes
That's what I'm saying. You know,
but then I was like, no.
But the thing is, we don't know how production is setting this thing up with Madison either.
But it could. Well, it's gonna have to be somebody that got fat fingers, honey. Well, right now, David's the only one with them juicy fingers.
He could be
Nutty Professor.
He could be food tasting. They could be all sitting together. He gave us some food. Who knows? who knows? They be on the double date. He said, "You want to try some of my food?" and gave it to her.
Yeah, but she wouldn't open her mouth for Alan like that. She didn't want to give him a kiss.
It depends what kind of food he was giving her.
Because the food's so damn fine, ain't it?
Yeah, so fine will eat you all up.
Anyway, so
chew my little worms.
Carla said, "Listen, since I'm letting my walls down, I'm gonna let you meet my parents, but they want to do it off camera. I signed up for this show. They did.
Let's
move on.
Let's respect."
So they driving to the country to see Thomas folks. So now Thomas and Camille going to see his birth mom. And I just thought that this was a beautiful scene. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was so authentic. You know, the mama can you fix me a plate? I guess she may be Hispanic. I don't know. But what she looked like she was making was what them things is?
Potatoes?
Yeah. Enchiladas or something.
Yeah. I said, Camille, get out the way. You right there in front of the stove. You're standing there.
Well,
It's a small kitchen though.
Yeah, then I said that camera crew got to get, so she probably got to stay in the camera. So anyway, they also were just saying, you know, Camille wanted to know about his upbringing and stuff like that. So it seemed like she had a child, his mom had a child when she was less than 16, because she said, I think she said she had them or got pregnant with them when she was 16, but she had already had the sister. Yeah. So ain't no telling when she had the sister. Yeah, 14, and 15. I guess she said once she found out it was 20, she was like, game over, honey. I got to get these children up. That is 3, and I am 16 or 17, you know, if I heard it correctly. Yeah,
luckily she was working with somebody that knew somebody at an adoption agency. And so she told her about the agency, you know, for adoption. So she took the boys down there, you know, to the agency, and they got adopted.
And the girls, right?
I don't know about the daughter. I don't know about the daughter. You know what I'm saying? But I know the boys. She took them down there to get adopted, and they got adopted into a good home. And but you absolutely right. That's the only reason I think Thomas don't resent his birth mom, because he was adopted into a good home. Now, if he like you said off camera, if he was adopted in a bad home or
foster care,
something like that,
abused,
all in the streets and stuff, he probably resent his mom. You know?
Because kids would have rather stayed with their parents than have to go through all that hell with folks they don't know and get abused and stuff like that. So
but him and his brother were blessed to be adopted by some good people, and I'm glad that Thomas's brother is mending their relationship with their birth mom. And she said, man, I think what broke my heart when she said something about, you know, when she gave him up, she regretted it.
Mm-hmm. She thought it was a good idea, but when she did it, she was like, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, she said she regretted it. She said, I should never did that.
But who knows what his life would have been like if they would have been, if she could have just been struggling, because we don't know, like, where is her parents, where is her family to help and support her. Right. So we don't know what her upbringing was like. So she may not have had no support at all. So, you know, I appreciate Thomas and his mom for being open to share this, you know, because you don't know how many other people could have helped. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody could be trying to call their birth mama right now, honey, because of this. So let's move on. So Ike and they meet up together, and they was talking about, hey, you know, basically, I don't think it's a good idea for us to move in right now. That's what Ike said, and she was like, that's good, because I was thinking the same thing. You know, he was like, you know, I don't think that, you know, coming back into this apartment would be a good place for me mentally, because, you know, it just is like it's war. I don't know, whatever, you got the trauma, honey, coming in the apartment B.
I guess the only reason why they stand around is to fulfill their contract. Because if she is such a bad person, if she steals your peace, and she steals your peace, you should have been left this show and walked away. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, you signed the contract. You can't walk away.
You can. Other people did it.
Maybe they can't afford to. Okay. But the point is, you trying to stay around so you can sell more books? I don't know. And
books.
I can't blame you on this one right here.
Let me finish. Can I finish? You just want to go ahead?
No, go ahead.
So basically, she was saying, listen, okay, the ball in your court. So, you know, because he was like, well, he going to go back where he was. She said, well, the ball in your court. So, hey, I'm here, you know, to, you know, text, you know, and all that stuff, whatever. And so he was like, well, okay, I know that. I've been texting you. She said, no, yeah. It was a whole week you went without texting.
He said, I'm not talking about that week. I'm not talking about that week. And she said something about, well, we need to talk about it. No, we don't. No, we don't. I said, why he so, what word am I looking for? He shut her down like that. So
dismissive. She said it. She said it's like
that's a good,
you're dismissive. And he was like, well, we said we're gonna start over, so we're gonna start fresh. So forget all of that
You
stuff.
can't though. That's the thing. When he said that, I said, you really can't wipe the past off because look how you treated her in the past, and the way you treated her in the past is right now dictating how your future's going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now she really can't trust you hard because the way you was treating her. Yeah.
I want to with my pinky toe. So so he was like, yeah, let's just squash that. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. You want to keep going back and stuff like that. I ain't got time for that. Let's just move forward. And she said, well, the reason I said that because I'm saying the ball in your court, and if you text, I'm only gonna respond if you text me. I'm not gonna text you no more. Like, you like, okay, that's cool.
Well, like I said, the issue I have with M is that she keep giving him chances.
Mm-hmm.
After the way he treated you, after what he said about you, after he tried to destroy your character, you know what I'm saying? You still allow this guy to come back into your presence. For what reason? I don't know. I understand you want to be committed to your marriage, but sometimes a loss is a loss.
Yeah,
You just got to keep it moving.
He was saying too that, listen, when I ask for my space and stuff like that, I want it. And when I want to call you and text you, I do it at my own time.
He wants to have this bully mentality, man. Like he can just kind of, it's my way or the highway, basically. You know what I'm saying? When I want my space, don't ask me no questions. Give me my space. If I want my peace, don't ask me no question. I want my peace.
I don't know where he learned it from.
You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
his dad.
I don't know, man. So basically, she just can't question him when he wants something.
Yeah, it's almost like he don't have respect for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some men, when it comes to a woman, they want a woman to always submit. But they don't, in their ignorance, don't understand the word submission.
No, I totally agree with you.
And if you want to quote the Bible says submit one to another.
Right.
So, they take this submission stuff and they use it very ignorantly. And so most of the time, the men that ask for that don't even know what it means and they use it wrong. And it seems as though he's using it wrong in a I'm the man type of, not saying that, but his attitude is I'm the man type thing and don't question me and this is how it is.
But the problem is some women won't mind submitting to the right man. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. I don't mind submitting to mine.
But you got to prove yourself to be that right man.
Right.
To be submitted to.
And you got to be respectful of the woman that you want submitted to you.
And I don't think, well, I know he's not that man to be submitted to, especially from a person like M, okay?
You better grab a girl that's 21.
And M, she needs to, in my opinion, she needs to just kind of let that go.
Yeah. And also, if you look at her background, Igbo, and what she represents and what her culture is, he is not Igbo. He said his name was, but he is Black American. Like, I don't think he has no Nigerian, none of that in him, like what he, actually knows. Now, of course, we got some in us, we do the DNA and all that stuff. But as far as her being full blown, Igbo, and she knows her culture and her background, all that stuff, whatever, that's not him. He just said his name was, it was from that, arrived from that. So maybe he being something that he's not anyway. So yeah, we talked about that. So basically he was saying, she was saying, because he was like, okay, I'm gonna get there. I ain't know I had stuff here. I'm gonna go and get my grip and get out. So she said that, on camera, she said, I'm okay with my Ike. I'm okay with my, because she would say my husband. I'm okay with my Ike.
She must have saw me last week. Yeah, last week when I said that. I know it's been taped already. But I'm just saying, I said, why you call this man your husband, man? He ain't treating you like, you his wife, so why call him your husband?
Yep.
She finally wised up and said, okay, yes, man, Ike.
Yep. So she said, until a man shows me that he wants to be with me and stuff like that and date me, I'm not going to say my husband. So yes, Ike. So anyway, so let's move on. Michelle is talking to her friend, honey, while they sitting there eating that good old Mexican, look like Mexican food, honey. It was real good. So so she told a friend that this is what had happened. I had got a text message and it said, you so damn fine. I just want to eat you up. But when I confronted David about it, he said they were from his cousin, Denise. But we're going to hear from Denise next week. Now, shady production, they be real shady. So I don't really trust that what we saw is what was said. You know what I'm saying? Like what we think, you know. So anyway, because he probably already told that cousin to vouch for him. Even though he ain't got no picture, but the cousin.
We ain't got that part yet.
Yeah, we ain't got that part yet. I'm sorry. So anyway, so he said that, you know, the picture of the food, yada, 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 whatever. So the friend was like, girl, you need to confront him. She said, I should. She said, yeah, because he texted her, the last time he texted her at 5:30. She was saying that if he said he accidentally texted, then I guess in her mind, she's thinking you're going to start from the top up and say, okay, this was, you know. But you text and went out with the couples. Why she didn't go, I don't know. But you went out with the couples in between that time. So I'm sure, and what you text me at 9:30. But your last text with me is at 5 something. So what the happened in between that time? So she doing her little Blues Clues on and making it. But yeah, so she was like, and then we don't even go out on the weekend. So I don't know who he be chilling with on the weekend. Hey. So anyway, Alan and Madison, they writing themselves to the younger self. They doing the thing. So he was just basically saying in his that he was struggling growing up being himself and stuff, and he had to, you know, kind of really take ownership of that, which is why I'm glad that he's sticking up for himself, not letting Madison change. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way you look. I don't like. So now, you know, and it's probably those childhood things that's coming back up, and he having to fight for him being him. Madison was just saying, you know, in herself that, you know, writing a letter talking about her grandmother, and basically saying too that, you know, her grandmother died in a car accident, and, you know, they raised her, they was together 50 years and all of this stuff. So let's move on to Warner College. They talk to the friends, honey, and Carla need affection. Now let's move on to Michelle. Want to sit down with David and confront him, honey, because I know what you're lying to me. So we want to talk about that, baby.
Yeah, David said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and write to my younger self. Michelle said,
Not
pump your brakes. Not now. I gotta ask you about this food you talking about. He said, man, I thought you told me writing to our younger self. She said, no, we're gonna put a pin on that right now. A pin in that right now. And she asked him straight up, said, now, tell me the story. Who you was texting? He said, my cousin. And she said, do you have the picture of the food? Let me see the picture of the food.
I ain't finna do all that.
Why? Do you have the picture?
I ain't finna do all that.
What kind of food was it?
Oh, I don't know. Could be some dumplings or something. I don't know. I ain't look at all of that.
Okay,
like, I ain't
what color
your
shirt? What color shirt your cousin had on?
I don't know. Why is somebody? I'm not looking at my cousin. I'm looking at the food. So I'm looking at
what kind of food was it?
Dumpling. I don't know.
But you want to eat it up? You should know what kind of food it was.
I like food. Look at me. I'm thick. I'm big. I like food. It don't matter. Hamburger, cheeseburger, steak, hot dog, French fry. It don't matter. I like food.
I think you lied.
Think what you want. That's my truth, and I'm sticking to it.
Who else you been texting?
You know, I talked to ex-girlfriend I met on Tinder. Yeah, so I text her. We went out for coffee, just checking on her and stuff like that. Yep, and then another girl, Janet. Yeah, I met her on Tinder too. I swiped right, and I met her, but you know, we just friends.
You know, you married, right?
Then I forgot. Yeah,
you know, you married, right?
Oh yeah, I know that well. What my ring?
So if you've been married in person, you shouldn't be going out with your ex-girlfriend.
No, they just friends. They friends. There ain't nothing going on over here, honey. Gotta have some kind of.
You know, you hurt my feelings, even though I be dogging you out. My feelings have been hurt.
You think I care? So that's basically what it is. Like David do not care no more. So like he don't care. He living his best life, texting folks and all that stuff. Bro, get you another phone, honey, or you better start changing the name. Just take what's her name, Michelle's name out your phone. Because your little fat fingers doing too much.
Now you need a burner phone.
Yeah, so that was basically what happened and stuff like that. So she didn't believe him. So she walked in another room and said, you know what, I still think you're lying. So he was like, believe what you want. She was like, he said, I don't want to talk about this no more, but we can have this conversation later. And as we're gonna see, Pascal gonna do the same thing. Pull up your phone. It's in the car.
We all know David's lying. Yep. We all know he's lying.
David just don't know he lying.
You know, he's a terrible liar, too.
Horrible.
You know, so he's a terrible liar. And you can tell he's lying, man. All that fidgeting and clearing up the throat and messing with his hair and can't keep the stores right.
Tell me, I ain't gonna, why would I lie? I told your family I wasn't gonna lie to you or hurt you and nothing like that.
And she said,
Who
who says I'm gonna eat you up to food? He said, I meant to say it. I'm gonna eat, it up. No, in the car you didn't say that. You didn't say that in the car. But now all of a sudden you're saying it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you lying.
Yeah.
You lying.
Yeah, you looking real bad because if it was true, you would still have a text message of what she said. She's what a picture at.
Yeah, you would kept the picture just in case, man.
Like that's how you get, like, you're gonna have, oh, here go the proof right
Yeah,
here.
you're gonna have that picture just in case. Because you made mistakes and texted the wrong text, okay?
Yeah.
So to kind of have some kind of proof or alibi, you'll have kept the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got rid. You claim you deleted the picture of the picture. I don't know.
He didn't even say that. He's like, it ain't in here. Like what happened to it then?
It disappeared.
But Michelle and her expect the gadget gonna contact Denise, honey, and I don't know what Denise gonna say, but yeah. Anyway,
I'll ask you a question. So somebody send you a picture, text message, right? But you don't save it to your photos, but you delete it. Does it go to the delete file? Because sometimes you take pictures out of your photos. Yeah, you remove it from your photos, but you still have it in your
if you delete
backup.
the whole text.
No, just the picture.
If you delete the picture, yeah, it should go to your deleted text because you have deleted text and deleted. Because if you never downloaded it to your phone, it's not going to be on that as your photo.
It's on deleted text.
Yeah, iPhone specifically. But if you delete that part of the text, it should go to your deleted text or something.
If you want to see your phone, go to your deleted text.
No, look, let's go to the deleted text. Let's go to the deleted photos. Let's see what we can do. In fact, I'll do one better. Call Michelle, Denise, and ask what's going on. So, But anyway, but y'all, that's all we got. We will see you guys on the next video because Coughing Joe finna start. Don't forget to go God and let God go with you. And don't forget that we're gonna go live this Thursday and we just gonna talk about it because y'all be like an event and gonna have a event party.
Bring some popcorn, some bonbons. We're gonna have a party, baby. A party.
Do bonbons still exist?
I don't know. I'm old school. I was put God first, y'all.
This is.
Hey!